Today I'm going to do a neurographic art piece, and neurographic art combines lines drawn intuitively. So you're just going to draw the lines wherever your pencil and your hand take you, and then after that we will round the corners on everything and then we will color in. I'm using pencil crayons today, my Luminance, but you can use anything you want. You can use a watercolor pencil, you can use just a pencil crayon, you can use drawing pencils, you could use pen and ink, it doesn't matter. Just about anything will work for this technique. So I'm just going to pick a few colors that I feel would go nice together. So let's get, and there. That way we have a light and a dark. So in order to get ready, I'm just going to sharpen my pencils. Okay, start at one end and you want them to be organic. You could overlap. I've also taped off my paper so that way when I pull it off I'll have a nice border. And this is the $1.63 sketchbook from Jackson's, which I'm excited to use. And if you notice, I'm just holding my pencil right at the end so I don't get fussy. And I don't want a huge amount. You can always add some after once you round. Okay, here's where we start rounding. See where it comes to an V or where it comes to a point? We're just going to round that off. And the nice thing about using pencil crayons, if you're having a rough day or you're bed bound or you can't, you don't have the energy, you can keep a little thing of supplies where you usually sit. And this is something that you can just do while you're sitting. And I find doing stuff like this actually takes my mind off of whatever's going on. If I'm having a high pain day or really bad fatigue. That's Charlie. He likes to get my attention when I'm filming. He's like a child. So I'm not even sure what I was saying now. Charlie so rudely interrupted. Yeah, oh yeah, if I have bad chronic fatigue, this kind of takes my mind into a place where I don't think about it. It gives me a little break. It relaxes me. It is actually quite soothing. And if you are using pencil crayon, you might want to sharpen your pencil quite often. And remember, you cannot mess this up. It can be whatever you want it to be. So we're just going to keep going and we're going to round all of those corners, and I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing because that would be boring. I'll speed it up. Actually, blow your crumbs away. I almost used my hand and you know what happens then? They all smear across the paper. There. And feel free to fix some of these if you get a really sharp corner where there's a lot of things intersecting, just kind of combine them. Or whatever you like. It's your art. You can do whatever you like. And you don't have to start big. So you can just kind of watch and relax if you want and then try it. And we just continue rounding. See, already I find it's getting interesting. And if you find it too, like you want more, you can always bring another line through. But I tend to like to just do it intuitively at first and then go with what I have, because then your brain's not thinking. It's just repetition. You're just rounding corners. So your brain is not thinking about anything complex and it can relax. Looks like there's a center here and everything's coming out of it. Mama's busy, baby. He's staring up at me. Why can't I come say hi, Mama? Charlie he loves to be right in the middle of everything. He doesn't like anything going on without him knowing about it. And you're going to miss some, guaranteed. Every time I get all of this done, I go and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that one. And you know what? This is kind of hard on my hands today because I'm having it's raining here, so I'm having a bad joint day. Every time it rains, it went from like -12 to +2. So that really wreaks havoc with my joints, always. Yeah, I didn't make too many today, just where I know my hands are sore. I'm just gonna combine all that because the little tiny pieces are hard sometimes to fill in. These pencils wear down quick. You don't have to press as hard maybe. I've got the death grip and I don't mean to. All right, let's check for any that I haven't gotten. These Luminance pencil crayons are absolutely beautiful. I guess colored pencils. I say pencil crayon, that's how we grew up saying it in Canada. They're beautiful, and I absolutely love them, but by all means, you do not have to have expensive, especially for just like exercises like this. I almost kind of feel like I'm wasting them, but I don't have any other ones. Maybe I'll have to pick up a cheaper pack just so I don't use up all my good ones, because I really enjoy doing these. They're very relaxing and chill. Okay, let's see. I'm missing one there, and that really is just kind of going that way anyway. All right, let's take a peek. See any that I missed? And you know what, if I find some I missed, I can always go over them after. So then here comes our 3 colors. Now you can put them in any order you want. I like to try and make it so they're not exactly touching the same ones. But to me, this almost feels like it's coming out from here. What a nice green. I love this lighter green. What is that color? Oh, I can't even read it. Wow, that's bad. I guess it's time to get my eyes checked again. Middle verdigris, maybe? I'm guessing. Correct me if you know what it is. Now, here's the nice thing. You can make them darker or you can make them lighter. The back and forth motion of just coloring in the shapes is soothing. It really is. So if you're stressed out or burnout or overworked, try this. Listen, if it can work for me, it can work for anybody. Do I want to go all the way to the edge? Maybe I'll leave some white. You could even do darker around the edge if you want it to make them look more 3D, right? Just kind of blend them, but leave them, oh, I kind of like that. Leave them lighter on the top. Just be careful too if you're pressing hard, that you have nothing on your next page that as you press it goes onto this one. And this is pretty good. This paper's pretty good. It's pretty thick, so I'm quite happy with it. And for dry media, it's fantastic. I actually did a whole swatching and a test, and I'll link that video below if you want to see what this can handle. It was pretty amazing, actually. Oh, I really like this color. And you don't have to press really hard to get nice color with these. They're very soft and creamy. So let's try some blue out here. And I could have used 4 colors easily. I was just trying to keep it simple. I'm going to make a really dark one here. I really kind of want the lines to kind of flow through. Remember, don't overthink it, just color. Like it really doesn't matter. You want to just make art for the joy, for the relaxation, for making your body feel good, for making your brain feel good. And this definitely, this repetition, you're going to relax. At least I do. And I definitely need to relax. And I'm not trying to plan anything out. I'm just trying to go with my gut instinct. The first thing that kind of takes me that way. I need to get some blue in though. Let's see. And you don't have to leave white space. You can do whatever you want. You could actually even do this part with watercolor pencils and then just soften it out with a brush. Would be very nice. Maybe the next one I'll try with the watercolor pencils. But just goes to show you don't have to use ink. If you don't have an ink pen, don't worry about it. Just use a dark pencil crayon. Use a dark marker. Use anything you have. I think that's really the key. This needs to be accessible and easy. You don't need a bunch of expensive supplies. In fact, I'm going to definitely buy some other pencil crayons. I do not need light, fast, pro-level pencil crayons for my sketchbook. Definitely not. Oh, shoot. Oh, I guess, oh well, it's there now. I was going to say I didn't want to put a color next to another color, but with 3 colors, it's kind of hard to avoid. So, and I think what I'll do, anything that I leave white, I'll maybe fill it in with the dark so it's an actual shape. Now let's put this next to this. Those 2 greens are nice together. This paper does have a little bit of a texture to it, as you can see as I'm going, but that's okay. I don't mind. I could really press hard and fill it all in, but to be honest with you, I kind of like the texture. Is there a way you like to relax? If there is, drop it in the comments. I'd love to know, because I do find art so relaxing, and I really miss it when I can't get down and make art. So this sketchbook and these pencils are going to go in my upstairs art kit, and I'm going to actually make that and I'll film it so you can see how I'm doing it and what I'm putting in it. I think I'm going to leave this. So I'm just going to make, and I might change my mind, and if I do, that's okay. Just going to round those off. Oh, look, see, I missed one. See what happens? There's one. And this is what happens when you start doing them always. I'm like, oh, missed one. Oh, there's another one. I'm really loving this blue. Genuine cobalt blue, 662. Love it. I actually wish this was a little brighter, but that's okay. I think it shows up nice against the dark. You're really getting more contrast with the lighter colors against the dark. Okay, I like the light green. So maybe I'll do a video on cheaper pencils, cheaper colored pencils. I'll try to find some that are good, that we don't have to worry about light fast or anything, because they're only in our sketchbooks. Because I do use these on finished art, and they are very expensive. That kind of looks like a heart. And you can also go over, like you can see where the other lines are darker. You can go over those even after you're done coloring if you want. You could even take, once we're done this, you could take and put a pattern in the empty ones. In fact, why don't we do that? We'll use the colors. The colored pencil may not be a good choice when your hands are really fatigued because it does take quite a bit to fill them in. So that's a good lesson I just learned. Normally I use watercolor, even if you used a watercolor brush or ink or something like that, something that would spread smooth, or even a watercolor pencil, you could use that and then just take a brush and smooth it, because that would be a lot easier than trying to get all this in there. I wish now I would have left a white one in the center, but that's okay. Again, just going with my gut. And I'm not gonna shoulda, woulda, coulda, because that goes against what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna use the dark for the patterns. Random little seeds. This kind of looks like a fruit. Yeah, this is just kind of, it's just kind of repetitious. It's so nice. And I think we'll stick with the curvy because I like the curvy lines. They're smooth. Your eye follows them easy. And I think that's too why this is so relaxing. Your eye follows curves automatically. It stops at anything that's sharp or hard, like an angle. Yeah, you know what? I like that. All right, let's do some polka dots. Yeah, this is so fun. And guys, stop being hard on yourselves. This is a win. If you're having a bad day and you're tired and exhausted, or you feel like you don't have time for art, this is a win. This is something quick that you can even put away, and then when you get home from work or whatever, pick it back up, doodle on it. You can do so many things. I'm gonna make some blue polka dots, and then, oh, let's get one right here. Then I'm going to go around them. Maybe they're little cells, fish eggs, I don't know. And then, yeah, I want one there, and one there. Okay, so now what else can we do over here? Let's do one with the green, and we'll do one with the light green. Oh, let's do a chevron, but let's do it this way, pointing in. So let's fill this in with green. So this has really turned into something more than neurographic art. You can stop anytime. You don't have to add these details. See, what has happened is I haven't created in a while, so now I'm excited, and now I want to just keep going, even though I'm going to have to stop because I just don't have the energy. Now we're going to use the light over here, and what are we going to do? Let's actually outline the whole shape. It looks like a pork chop. Okay, come on, that was kind of funny. So let's see if I do this in the middle and then I do this around here. And you can do anything. You don't have to do what I'm doing. And you don't even have to do these things. You could have stopped at the neurographic. I'm kind of happy with that. Oh, I see a little spot. So see, there's a spot I didn't round, but I can just go right over top and I can round it. And you can actually, even if you've got a few lines that have become kind of soft, or maybe you didn't get them quite good to begin with, like here, you can just go over them. All right, so let's see. Hopefully the tape will come off nice. Now that's the dry version. Now go and watch the ink and watercolor session. Same logic, more movement. See you there.